Hello. Always Dizzy here. Later stream, which kind of sucks because I've been pretty good on the last number of streams, starting earlier, like around 9 a.m. Sorry, losing my voice already. But yeah, I had some stuff I had to do, so here we are, nearly at 10 p.m. I'm going to start with Puzzle Streak of 39. Then I'm going to try something new when I play my games. But yeah, let's get started here. We are a minute in. Hello, Bavanam. Bavanam. Not sure what happened to my voice. Whoops, I thought I could just take there. Must be a check first. So what's going on here? Can I not just take his knight? What if he goes here? Thank you, Nithik. Are you in India? But yeah, we can take on d4. I mean, if I take on d4, there's de. And after I take his bishop, he takes here. I'm taking, this should be winning for me, but that's kind of hard for number 9. India, what part of India? India is a big place. Okay, check. Whoops, yeah, here. Trying to talk and play at the same time. Not an easy thing to do. Oh, south. Is that like near Kerala? Kerala is southern India, I think, right? I think so. So I can take his bishop. That should be good enough. We have 2 bishops for a rook. So okay. So can I not just push? I'm already on the right square, and he doesn't have. Well, this does come quickly, but as long as I am, yeah, my rook and my king are properly situated, so we should be able to just push here. And we just have a discovery on the queen. And a fork. And a mate in 2. And then we have a discovery here. Can I make a video on Chessable and how to use it properly? Yeah, I actually replied. I'm not sure if that was you or somebody else, but somebody just asked me about Woodpecker 2, and I did reply on YouTube about that. I don't know if it was you or not. Okay, so here we have check, and then wherever we go, we have a discovery on his queen by going to f5. I don't think we're getting a mate here, so we're just going to go after the queen. And we are black. Okay, so I presume we just play f3. So f3, let's say he goes either to d1 or d3. Yeah, so if you left me a message today or yesterday, I did reply to that. So I can go f2 and then takes. I have a million pawns. This should be good enough. I mean, at the end of the day, he's going to have to sacrifice his knight. Okay. So I can take with the queen, and then it's just mate. So it's just a mate and 2. It was not you. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, somebody else asked me, so I'll answer it here. So I don't plan to do the Woodpecker 2 anytime soon. I might do it eventually, but I kind of want to really have the original Woodpecker down pat before I do. And by the way, I can take here twice because of or if you get taken. But what I am thinking about doing maybe in the next month or 2 is to do another marathon session of Woodpecker, to do another video of that and see if I've improved since the last one. And I'm really not sure if I did or not. But I hate doing that. It's one of the most agonizing things I've done is that marathon session of Woodpecker. Really. It took me like 4 or 5 hours last time of nonstop puzzles as fast as you can. That is brutal. Like on my eyes, it was really making me insane. Yeah, there's just a mate and 2. I'm just verifying, but just a simple mate and 2. And a video on Chessable. I'm not sure that really warrants a video though, to be honest. It's pretty intuitive. Okay, so I have a fork on with knight c6, but is that enough? Probably it is. I mean, he does have this crazy attack. Oh, he can't do that immediately, but you get the idea, But yeah, that must be it. I don't see what else it would be here. I don't like. Yeah, and I don't like this puzzle. I don't like that puzzle one bit. So I'm looking at taking his bishop. Right now, he has 2 minors for our rook. I don't know what my follow-up would be, though. I could create a discovery. No, that doesn't make sense. Oh my God. Why did it take me this long to see rook f5? That should have been instant, That should have been an instant find. Okay, this one is a little strange. I have a video on that, Bavino, how I prepare my openings. I have a video, it's maybe like 3 years old, but I do have a video on that. Yeah, so I have rook d3. By the way, you're way higher rated than me on FIDE. I should be asking you these questions. This just feels a little shallow. In fact, can we threaten a mate in 1? Well, yeah. Can we threaten a mate in 1? I think we may be able to, because what can he do about that? Not a whole lot. The main thing I can see is that he gives us a check. But we simply move, and that should be winning. Yeah, and we take, and then we're threatening mate on h1. I don't think there's anything more to it than that. That was an interesting puzzle, I have to say. Okay, so we can play rook g1. And if he pushes a pawn, we can check, and then we have time to defend. And that should be the solution. And so, yeah, I can take, and if he pushes, I go rook h4. if he brings his rook around, I should have planned for that. I thought my knight would be able to help in time, but that's not the case. I guess I just go to g1. So rook g4, rook h8, then rook g1. Yeah, we just go rook g1 here. Nothing else to be done. So I think I can go bishop takes e7. If knight takes, then I take his queen, and I have a lifeline back to my queen. And this should be good. So I can give a check. No, I can't. So we take the knight first, but we are down a pawn already. So that's not it. I think it's giving the check, and then we take here. That's 100% the solution. Okay. I wonder, can I go rook f b1? I'm threatening mate. Can I make a better and easily understandable woodpecker into Excel? Yeah, it is a little bit confusing, that spreadsheet I have, but I don't even use it anymore. I just use Chessable. When I created the spreadsheet, Chessable didn't have a system to track how many puzzles you're doing, but it does now on Chessable. So it's worth the money to just buy it on Chessable. So yeah, but anyways, rook f b1, and yeah, I just don't see what he's going to do about that. So I'm just going to play it, and we should just be able to pick up his rook here. Okay, we are white. I think we just simply take on d4. We're in the box. These will self-protect. Everything should be good. The alternative is to start pushing my pawns, but I don't want that because then he has what's called a floating square, which Dvoretsky talks about in his book. What the hell is it called? I want to say like the Complete Endgame Manual, but that's Silman's book. What am I thinking of? What am I thinking of? What am I thinking of? The title of the book. How come I can't remember it? I'm going to have to look it up. Give me 1 second. Yeah, the Endgame Manual. Just call it his Endgame Manual. Jesus. Okay, sorry. Yeah, but we take, because I think if I push, then I think there's a3, and then if we take, yeah. So this is called a floating square. So we have to take, and then we come back. And we can take the rook. So right now, material-wise, we are down the exchange and a pawn. So we are down material. I have the chance to take a rook. Oh, I can take, and then I can go queen a6. That should be it. He doesn't have any immediate threats, and yeah, that should be it. Okay, I got a little excited here. We have to play bishop f1. I didn't see this, but yeah. Okay, so we're down the exchange and a pawn again. Okay, I think we start here because this protects this bishop, and then I can take. So I think it's queen a7 Zwischenzug. Technically, that's its Zwischenzug. And that should be good. And then we just take here. Well, first here now we trade queens, and then we take his rook on d5. Okay, we are white. We just simply take on 8. It's just a mate and 2. I actually had a game like this today or yesterday. And we just take on h7. That's going to be a mate. And we are black. There should be a mate here somewhere. Well, this wins his queen. That would be simplest. Let me just verify. Hello, Cheetah Gaming. Yeah, someone else just mentioned that. Did you do it yet? Did you do Woodpecker 2? Yeah, I mean, to me, that's good enough. This is just a dumb puzzle. Okay, next up. We can win his bishop. Is that good enough? Yeah, well, is it? Because my rook is under attack. But he has nowhere good to go because I can trade it off 1 and then take his bishop. So the only other move here is king c5. But then I have this. This should be winning. I think we can afford to be greedy here. And we just take, there's no back ranks or anything. And we just take here. Okay, so we can create a passed, well, we have a passed pawn, but we can maybe just create a queen. And so Bhavanam, I like all the video suggestions. I do like that. I don't want to do a video on Chess Position Trainer because the developer, he doesn't maintain it anymore, and he hasn't responded to any of my mini emails and trying to contact him. So it's not supported, and so yeah, I can't really recommend it. I use it all the time myself, but it's not actively supported. Okay, so anyways, trying to get a queen here. So h4. Now, if he just tries to make a run for it, I don't think this really changes much. I could also just maybe take his pawn. That might just be the simplest. I mean, if he takes the bishop, I highly doubt he's going to catch me in time. I very highly doubt that. You know, I mean, that's never happening. And if he brings in the king, well, he can catch it, but then he spends a tempo to do that, right? Then I can just push h4, and he's not going to catch this. He's not going to catch this one. Actually, he does catch it, which is unbelievable. But no, that's actually interesting. Okay, so if I take on a4, and I already forgot which way I was going to do it. I think he has to go here to c5. But if he does that, then I'm just running, and he can't stop both. It's got to be taking here first. So he does take the bishop, and on this one, I thought I can just run the a pawn. Right? He has two ways to get back home. If he goes to b5, well, he's not stopping me, and if he goes to a6, he's going to be too slow. So we just run this. Okay. Oh my God, this is an interesting one. So it might be 95, because if he takes, I have bishop f7 deflection, and we win the queen. Now, does the move order matter? I think it does, because here he doesn't have to take the bishop. Or he could just take the bishop, and here he doesn't have to take the knight. He can just bring the king back. So I think the move order I suggested is correct. Yeah, so I'm happy how quickly I saw this one. And we're already on the last one here. So there's queen f3, but no, he can take our bishop. This is the hardest one I've done yet. Can I almost take on g6 in some cases? Not now. Yeah, so can I go bishop f7? And then if knight f7, do I have queen g6? There's rook f8. I can take his bishop though, and I just won 2 pawns. Could that be it? Bishop f7, king f8, queen g6. But I'm actually not threatening anything there. Like, he can just do nothing. I don't think that's quite enough. God, I don't want to get the very last one wrong. Well, if he goes king f8, I might have queen f3. Because I've got discoveries now. That's looking decent. If knight f5, I just take on g6, I think. You know, take, and we just won two pawns. I mean, that looks pretty good. Okay, and then if knight takes, do I have an answer to that? I don't know if I do. I have queen g6 there, but that could possibly be it. This is a complicated one though. Bishop f7, and then if knight f7, queen g6. He has to play rook f8 to stem off mate. And then I can take on g7. Again, I've won 2 pawns. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go with this. It's not an obvious, it's not like a super clear solution, but it seems to work. Yeah, so I think the key one is if he goes to king f8, we go queen f3. So this is the last one. If I'm wrong, I have to start over, and that'll suck, but I'm going to do it. And it seems to be correct. So now we shall take. And it was right. And I'll get this one wrong on purpose now because I hit my quota. And that was pretty good. It took me about 23 minutes, and that included a lot of talking, like answering questions. So that was a good session. Yeah, happy with that. Happy with that. Not sure why I repeated that. Okay, I'm going to play some Rapid now. And yeah, I'm going to try something new with Rapid. Because honestly, there's the games that I lose, they are so strongly correlated with playing slowly, that it's just ridiculous. So I'm going to try really hard to play quicker, because if I show you just some of my recent games. This is a game I played earlier today. I was white, and then I just ran out of time. Completely winning the whole game. This was another game I played, and I was completely winning until I ran out of time. This was, okay, I won that game. And, this one I got beaten on the board as well. So this one is not representative of what I'm talking about. This one isn't really representative. This one I won. But the games that I lose, right? Here's another example. I was black. This is the graph. And then I just ran out of time. Like it wasn't even remotely close. This is from yesterday. No, is this from yesterday? No, this is from today. See, it's like not even remotely close, just completely steamrolled. But I just play too slowly. And I'll just look for another one that I lost. Okay, this isn't a good example. This doesn't hold true. And here's another one where I'm just completely winning, and then I just run out of time. So I need to play quicker because I didn't run the math on it, but it has to be at least 50% of my losses are from just playing too slow. Has nothing to do with what's happening on the board. I'm just playing way too slow. So I'm going to try really, really hard to play quicker. Now, does that mean I'm going to play quicker? Probably not, but I'm going to try. And that means I have to shed away some of this perfectionism that I have in my play. Okay, I'm playing a 2094 from Cuba. And I haven't seen this in a while. I actually can't even remember if I take. It's been so long. Yeah, this is a Staunton Gambit. Bavanam. Well, I use CPT. I use Chess Position Trainer myself. Now, I can't remember if it's D5. There's this. So we go knight f6, and then we go g6 here. Not an intuitive move, but it needs to be played so that queen h5 is not a move. And then another unintuitive move here, and I believe it's d5. So it really helps to know theory on this line, and this is a new opening that I've been playing. Okay, yeah, I forget now. I think it's actually, for some reason, I think it's queen e7. And so I am trying to play quicker. So let's do that. Just play quicker. Yeah, and then I just, I forget. So let's just make a move. This is a move. Okay, knight f3. And I don't know. It's hard for me to play quick. I feel like I'm leaving a lot on the table in terms of perfect play. Okay, he wants to queenside castle. That's fine with me. I could maybe play. Okay, you know what? I quite like this for a couple of reasons. So one, if he castles, he does have f4 here, but maybe no buts. That might just be perfectly fine. But I also like that I have h4 when his knight has to go back to f1, which really doesn't hurt him. He's probably totally fine there. But yeah, so if he castles, bishop h6, f4, yeah, he seems okay. I think it's time for me to castle. And so, well, you know what? I'm going to go here because I don't really want this pin. I don't want to deal with that pin, so I'm putting it on D7. Okay, so on the clock, I'm equal. So I'm doing okay on the clock, but yeah, I need to really focus on just playing quicker. So if rook e1, I just castle. And then he does have a discovery, and he does win a pawn. So that's actually a problem for me. I think he just has to get that pawn. Like, the alternative is that I play bishop bishop e6, and okay, he didn't do that, which I'm very happy about. So now if knight f3, I think then I play h4. Actually, okay, I could take that. I mean, that can't really be okay. You know what? I think I want to take that. I'm going to take that, and then I can go here and I can go here. Yeah. So I don't know if is that improve. That might be improving his knight though. Yeah, because I was thinking I could go here, but then there's a lot of stuff going on. Okay, let's hit his queen. I don't really care about hitting the queen. I just want the bishop developed. And it's not fantastic where it was on f8. Okay, I think he might have dropped a pawn here because I think I can push and then take. So let's do that. So he has to go to f1 and then I take on f4. The problem there is he can then take this. Oh no, I'll be hitting his, okay, let's do that. Tactics here. Have some faith. Have some trust in the calculation. So these rooks are not connected. So if he takes on f4, I take his. Okay, fortunately I have f5, but I totally missed this. I do lose a pawn, but yikes. Yeah, I dropped a pawn there. Geez. See, this is the type of thing that's uncomfortable for me. I wouldn't have done that, I think, if I had spent more time. But yeah, I'm trying to play quicker. I have to make these adjustments. Okay, I thought he would take with the queen because it was a tempo move, but he didn't. Yeah, I'm not sure which rook to move. Let's do. Oh, it's always tough. Let's go with this one here. I could also move my pawn, but yeah, let's activate a piece. So it's equal material, but my pieces are a little bit more active just because of his. Okay, so if we because of his knight, if we go here, we can win a pawn. No, not quite. But that's looking decent. We're centralizing the queen. Let's go for that. It's just to centralize the queen on its by itself is kind of good enough. Okay, I didn't see that, but doesn't really bother me. So I could come in here, and yeah, let's do that. This rook is still on h8, but I have two threats now. Like I think this is a threat. Maybe I could even take with the queen. So time is equal. But yeah, I got fancy with that other move. I never should have allowed. Okay, yeah. So how do we want to take? Okay, we'll do it this way. They might have both been fine, but I don't want to waste time on such a decision when I'm trying to play quicker. Okay, again, another decision to make. I think I'm happier with him not having rooks on, so let's challenge his other rook. Okay, that's annoying. I could attack that knight. But then he can actually take here. Actually, or he could trade here first. Okay, let's take and then maybe play e4. I don't really have an alternative. It feels weird to have so much time left after 24 moves. Like, I'm not used to having 5 minutes in the middle game. Okay, so maybe g5. Because now his knight is, it's a little less mobile. Or maybe rook f8, because I'm controlling these squares from his... I quite like rook f8, actually. I quite like this move. So I will play it after a quick glance that there's no tactics. Because the reason I wanted to play g5 is to stop his knight from escaping, but my rook does that. And yeah, I really like rook f8. So I might be able to win a pawn by attacking this knight. I'm not sure if he has f4 or c4. I don't think he does. So this is interesting. But then he can attack this pawn. But then I go here. He attacks me again. So, I like both moves. Both seem good. He's got this. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go here then. So if c4, I go en passant. Knight takes, and I take on b4, and we're up a pawn. But wow, playing quicker is interesting because I am down to 349. Normally I would have like 30 seconds here. And this might give me the time I need to finish the game. It's a really weird feeling because I had like 5 minutes just a few moves earlier, and it felt like an overabundance. It felt like an abundance of, yeah. So here I was going to just attack it, and then he has his fork. Yeah, he does have that after. I could also maybe go knight e5. What do we think about this? I might be able to just take it. I mean, he will get it back. I don't really want him getting a passed pawn, but yeah, there's this fork. I think I'm going to... Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Okay. Yeah, that was a tough choice. That was a tough choice. Okay. So yeah, if c3, I was thinking about taking on c3, but maybe, I don't know about this, because then he could maybe take here. It gets complicated for sure. Oh no, he can't. He can't. Okay, yeah, so this, I didn't... Oh my God! I dropped the pawn. So I got... Oh, this was the worst thing that could have happened. Wow, this was the worst thing that could have happened. Because I don't even get a pawn. I just drop a pawn. Wow. Okay, I've got two moves. This one offers some tricks. This one doesn't really offer much of anything. Oh, kind of, it almost does. Okay, let's go for the tricks. Down to 2 minutes now. There's some tactics here, so he's got to be a little careful. Okay, it's threatening c5. I'm really low on the clock here, and I'm down a pawn. It's not good. Can you imagine if I wasn't trying to play quicker? I would have about 10 seconds here. So I'm still, even trying to play quicker, I'm still low on the clock. Okay. So I mean, he can really do anything. He can really do anything. Okay, trying for this. It sucks being down a pawn because I can't really sit idle. Or at least I don't think I should. And I don't know how I missed this. Okay, so we dropped another pawn. That's just silly. I dropped another pawn. Wow. And he can even force a trade now. I'm not even protecting this. Wow, I don't know how this went so bad so quickly. I dropped two pawns. He gave me nothing. He gave me nothing. Nothing to work with. I don't know how he just picked up two pawns like that. No, not good. Oh, that was a come on. Now my mouse ain't cooperating. So he just moves here. Let me check this. Okay, then we pin and then we try for that. Actually, never mind. We have this. Okay. Going to bring in the knight now. I don't know if you can do that. Okay, 30 seconds. Brings in the knight. Let's go here. That cost me valuable seconds. Why did I do that? I wasn't in check. I wasn't in check. that wins for him. Oh, maybe not. 10 seconds. I can't do this. So this was not the greatest example of what I was trying to achieve, but he played that ending really well. So what do you want from me? Yeah, I'm going to just flag here. Okay. I'll look at that. But he just won 2 pawns in the ending. Just grabbed 2 pawns with his knight. So I don't know. I thought I played well. I did drop a pawn here though. I got too fancy here. I missed this bishop g4. That was critical. No, I guess I didn't lose a pawn, but I thought I was up a pawn by doing this, and but I fixed his bad pawns, so that's what happened. I did get active though, and this looked good for me, but I think this was a mistake because my pawns overextended here. So maybe I should have taken with the knight. But even here, I'm still okay. But yeah, I burned a lot of time kind of around here. Some of these moves didn't matter so much. So I think I could have sped up on some of these moves. And then, yeah, then I just dropped some pawns here. Like, how did that happen? Probably here I should be improving my rook. Because my rook is just awkward where it is right now. And I'm just, yeah, it's just awkward. Okay, let's look at that with the engine. With a tough opponent. Oh, wait, no, he played e4. Yeah, so I do have queen e7 as my move. There's other moves here as well. And then what did he play? Bishop e2? Ah, there's a winning move there, which I always forget. Yeah, there's queen b4 right here. I always forget this. It's just winning. Well, maybe not winning, but big advantage. Yeah, I just forget that. So, and if he blocks with the knight, I don't know if I've looked at that before. I didn't. Computer's liking bishop h6. Probably just a castle. But yeah, I forgot about this because this is so natural, and then we just go queen b4. In the game, there were a few things apart from that. It wants bishop h6 right away. What's the difference? So if f4 now, I guess we can just keep attacking that. Queen d6. And h4. Okay. Not the most obvious. Or it wants h4 first, which I was planning, but I was waiting for an opportune time. And then over here, it didn't like me taking on h6 on h3. I wasn't 100% sure, but it still wants bishop h6. And then after he moves to queen, then it really wants this to get time. Oh, plus we can pick this up in some cases. So yeah, I really wanted to bring this knight back. I was just trying to time it where it would be perfect. And this was a blunder. No, sorry, not there. Yeah, this was I just didn't see bishop g4. Yeah, I just missed that. And then he just played really well in the ending. So yeah, and I was low on the clock. Okay, I'll play another one. I think I did play quicker. Like I could feel the having more time than normal. So I'll try to do that again. We have a Kiro Khan. If I could play even just like 10% quicker than I did that game, that might be kind of perfect for me. But I just have to keep focusing on trying to play quicker. Don't forget about it. Haven't seen that in a while. Okay, knight d7 now, I think. And we do this little dance. Knight f8. Oh, he goes there. That's not the ideal square. I think we can go c4. I don't know if there's a rush for it. So if c5, we have d5. Yeah, I can't remember if playing it right away is best, but I'm trying to play quicker, right? So I don't want to dilly-dally. Okay, and then I could maybe go f4 or c5. F4 is better when the bishop is on e6. So maybe I'll go c5 because he's getting a little clunky. He's getting a little clunky here. If he puts it on yeah, so now his queen's a little bit awkward. I could almost take on h6, which is kind of interesting. Do I want knight f4 here? What would that offer me? It offers me this. I could also go knight g3 though. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go rook e1 because trading this rook, I think, might be nice. And yeah, so now knight f4, but I also have this again. Like, I don't know if I want on g3 because I get access to these lovely squares. On f4, yeah, I can go here in some cases. I kind of want it on g3, but this can't be bad, right? Okay, I'm going to put on g3 though. I like having access to f5 and h5, but I bet you the computer will prefer it on f4. That's my prediction. Okay, yeah, this is a possibility. So maybe bishop c3, just protecting my d-pawn. I'm already way down on the clock. It's because it's kind of a theoretical position, so it's enjoyable to look at. Okay, so he hits me there. I think I want to trade rooks, and then rook e1 gets my other rook developed for free. He didn't have bishop e6 though, but I'll figure something out. Yeah, so let's go rook e1. And then maybe bishop c4. I don't know if this is a thing. But yeah, bishop e6, bishop c4. What is that about? That can't be right. That's a strange move. Okay, so bishop f4. I mean, let's just play it. I mean, I guess he can come here. No, then then it's mate. What am I smoking? Okay, yeah. Let's. Okay, so I guess he has to go to d8. Yeah, so he's fine on d8. So he goes to d8. Do I have a tempo move? No. Okay, I am going to take it, and then I don't know. I don't know if that was good. Who the hell knows? I'm not sure it's a bad bishop now. I probably shouldn't have done that. But I get access to f4, whatever that means. He just attacks it. You know what? I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have traded that off. I don't know. His bishop was good too, though. Okay, let's play this. I don't know what this is doing, though, but I have to make a move. So if it was my move now, well, we have a fork. So let's say he moves the king to f8 to prevent such fork. I could still put something on e7 there. Maybe queen e4. If he brings the knight back, then I have stuff like knight g4. My bishop is terrible. Like, oh, my bishop is so bad. So bad. Useless bishop. That's the downside of playing this c4, c5 thing, and it happens all the time in this opening. Okay, so he stops my fork. I could improve my queen. He could offer queen trade. But then I have this check, and that forces stuff. So yeah, maybe we can go here. Let's try it out. Activity. Okay, we're going to do it. Yeah, so queen d5. And then I think I'm going knight e7. Or maybe I should entertain. No, maybe I just take it. And then check. And then take my rook is active. King f8, though, and he's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so check. Takes. I think I like that. And if we keep trading that, I would love to trade bishops. If we traded all the pieces, I'm happy. Because he has a crippled majority here. Which is good for me in the end game. If we get rid of all the pieces, then white is better. But it has to be all the pieces. Okay, so if it was my move here, I don't have anything planned. Because my bishop is just atrocious. And I just realized he's hitting a2. And yeah, that's what he's calculating. Can he really take it? And I think he can. Okay, I can trade queens here now, and I am going to do that because I just said if we can trade material here, it should be better for me. Now, can I do better than that? I may be able to, but I think I shouldn't get greedy here. That's I said that trading would be good for me, so let's continue. My bishop is still not great, but again, I'm just looking to trade. So I think he's going to play, well, he's thinking about it, but then he doesn't like rook e8. But he's fine after rook e8, and he's just making sure that he is. Or rook e7, I mean. Yeah, I probably would still play rook e7. And then after king g8, I'm not sure. I have such a terrible bishop. That seems wrong, but I guess he has rook d7. Maybe he can do that. That's obviously what he wants. Oh, wait. I have bishop a5. That solves everything, I think. Except I have back rank issues here. So I have to be careful. So bishop a5. If he blocks and takes... No, it should work. Yeah. Okay. This answers my whole life because I didn't like my bishop. Now my rook is worsely placed. Worsely placed. What type of English is that? So if I go king f1, he can start trying to kick me out, and he can actually successfully do that. So that's a bit of an issue, and I don't want to go into this with him. Yeah, so this backward pawn is hurting. Now, maybe I could play g4, but then he's already messing me up here. You might even just have h5. Yeah, so king f1, f5. I'm not staying on that. But maybe then it's okay. Maybe then it's okay. I'm going to do it. King f1. So f5, rook to f4, g5. We take, and then okay. Yeah. So now we might have to go g4, or maybe I can just bring in the king now, because he's blocking his g pawn for one thing. So I think I'll just go king e2. And yeah, I'm just going to go king e2 here. If he brings in the king, then we're happy to trade. I could hang on to it, but I don't know if no, my rook's too active. I think yeah, we have to do this now. Actually, what am I talking about? I can bring in my king again. King e3. Of course that's the move. Of course that's the move. Why did I even have to think about that? I almost moved my rook. Yeah. Okay. So I think this was a mistake, him bringing in his king, because he has to watch out for rook e7 now. So he might play rook d7. But he's going to get, yeah, he's going to play that. So, but yeah, I can drive him back. Okay, let's play a4. Have to really watch the clock. Oh, shit. Yeah, I knew I was going to push the wrong one. Okay, yeah, this is fizzling out. Okay, let's go h4. g4 is what I'm planning. And I can play it now. And then h5. He might still have this after, though. But yeah, let's play it. And now we've driven him back, and we like what has transpired there. I can also maybe go f4. But let's get the rook active. And I'm really low on the clock, but that went well for me. That went very well. So I think he needs to consider f5. I think he needs to consider it. I think I would take it. And then I have king e4. Yeah, so bring in the king. Yeah, maybe I should have went there last move. Okay, can we get this? Oh, he wants this check. I see. Okay, I'm going to try for it anyway. So I guess he'll get his check, his precious check. But we just I don't know where we go. I don't know where we go. I'm going here. Should be okay. And we... Yeah, now I might actually want to go for this one. If he comes back, I'll repeat and then come here. This... It's funny because this is the... Oh shit, did I screw up? No, we can do this here. Ooh, I think I'm playing this really well because take on a5 is nice, but... Okay, and this, yeah, here I can afford to trade those. And we're going to go here because this is the... Actually, this one's better. Oh, I'm so low on the clock. God dang it. But I played that nicely. All those little rook moves. Yeah, we're gonna take, and we're gonna grab this one. And yeah, just take it. Prevent. I just have no time, as always. As always. Check. And check. I always get flagged, man. Ay. When have I not gotten flagged? I need about 20 seconds to win this, and I don't have it. Like 20 more seconds. I need 20 more seconds. He has nowhere to hide. But I can't do this in 5 seconds. It's such a letdown. It's such a letdown. Like, all my games happen like this. Okay. I don't know. All my games happen like that. Just flag. Just... it's weird because like flagging is part of the business, but normally it doesn't. Like for me, it happens 90% of my losses. I'm just frustrating. Okay, I'm gonna go straight to the engine on that because I'm too annoyed to look at it without. People, yeah, nobody wants to play chess. They all just want to flag. I mean, that's what he should do. I mean, whatever it takes to win. I don't blame him. I don't blame my opponents for doing it, but it's just a little silly. Um, okay. I mean, I did play quicker overall, I think, because normally I would have had even greater time trouble. I'm just looking mostly at my time situation here, but it's really just silly. It's so silly because I'm always just completely winning. Um, okay, but yeah, where did I burn? Where did I burn time? Kind of a couple humps in here. The opening was one hump. That was, yeah, because it was theoretical. It was hard for me not to. I didn't do too bad on spending time in the opening though. Like, although here I start to spend a little bit. I think part of the reason too is like I feel like when I have 5 or 6 minutes, I feel like that's so much time, but it does go quickly. So this was a blunder. It wants to go Queen G4, which I was looking at. But what are we doing with that? Let's just say he makes a random move. What? Oh, we're hitting the rook. Ah, I see. We're setting up a discovery on the rook. Okay, and so if he does something like here. Oh, it's still a discovery. Okay, so if he goes here. Okay, it was a playable move anyways, Queen G4. And there was also just taking, which I should have considered more. But the follow-up moves aren't so obvious, so I don't know. And then it didn't, oh, this wasn't terrible. I guess I could have taken on B7. I didn't even see that. And the reason I didn't see it is because I had this whole plan of just trading material here. But yeah, I should have just taken on B7 probably. Or apparently there's Queen F8 here. Wow. There's some, that's a little scary though for me to play. And then where else did I sink time? And then I sunk time all around. Yeah, I remember sinking time here. So this was not worth, this was a bad time management. This is where I burned time. Excuse me. Up to now, my time management was actually not bad. But I played too slow here. I spent a full minute, nearly a full minute on King F1, and it didn't matter. And then I spent like 20 seconds on this, and then another 20 seconds, and then I'm just, then I'm in a time scramble before you know it, and another like 25 seconds there, and it all adds up very quickly. Yeah, so I just played a little too slow. As always, I'll play another one, but it's frustrating. Just have to play quicker, even quicker. Hello, Mossy Boy. Well, you say that, but I've just keep losing. So, okay, do I have knight G5? He can just go back rook E8. I think I actually have knight G5 here. I might even have bishop F7. Like Queen B3. I don't think that's enough, but yeah, let's go knight G5. I think he has to go rook F8. Now I don't know if we gain anything here. Probably not. Oh, you know what? No, I think this is a move. Just to repeat. And I think we actually do just come back. But I think knight G5 is right. I remember seeing this somewhere. Just needed more laughs? What does that mean? Okay, I'm going to go a4. I think this is right. Like the knight g5, but I can't remember if we just do it for repeating sake. I think we do. Like I think, like I don't remember if we go, if we're supposed to go knight f3 on our own. But yeah, I do remember rook e8 is not playable. It might have been a Fischer game or something. Okay, and let's play a5. Yeah, and then we just come back. And then he goes rook e8 again. So, okay. So I could... Okay, let's just go d4. And if rook b8, maybe queen here. Okay, I was just looking at e5. e5 is interesting, but let's just take. And I just realized I'm playing a little slow here. I need to pick up the pace. I'm already falling a bit behind on the clock here. Okay, so rook b8, I think just queen c5. And probably just e5 here. There might be better, but let's not overthink it. Yeah, if this, I think maybe just knight d2. Let's play. Oh, there's f5. Okay, well, cross that bridge if it happens. So for f5... Actually, f5 I had takes. So I could take and then knight f3. I don't know if I really want his bishop getting traded off because I think his bishop was not so great. But it's what I'm doing. We take... Ooh, I guess we have to take with this one. Unless, can I let him have a5? I could. But why? So he just gave us a pawn. And I do think I will take that. I will take that pawn. He did forget about it. So we're up a pawn. So we can protect the pawn. I could also go to c3. Yeah, let's go to c3. And then... Okay, let's... Oh, okay. Okay, let's go behind it. And then I could go b4. That should hold. That should hold. And he can't really move because the knight has a role. I think he needs to move the queen to protect his pawn. There it goes. Okay, so now I could put a knight here. So I might do this. His queen can get active though, but that's what I'm playing. Because it's a decent plan. That's a lovely square for the knight. And I think I can just keep with that plan. Mossy Boy, are you talking about for practice or just in general, switch up my time control. Okay, so if I go to c5, I mean, I should be okay there. I mean, I think I can just do that. I don't think I'm missing anything. Like, this looks scary, but so maybe he comes to attack, but I don't think he shouldn't really have anything. Oh, okay. I missed that. I did miss that. Unfortunate. I can take and then take on a6. I think I'm going to take and take on a6. I'm just wondering if there's something else I can do here. Okay, I'm going to take, and then I don't recapture. I'm going to take on a6. That's my secret. Because now I've got this passed pawn. So he won a pawn. I don't know how I ended up a pawn there. Was I always up a pawn or something? I don't know how that happened. I'm very confused about that. But I like this pawn. And yeah, I do like that pawn. Okay, so I can't go here because takes is actually winning me another pawn. That is worth considering. But then he gets this one. Look at all that geometry. I have queen f. I'm just gonna get active there. Yeah, I might actually go for this. Push, because yeah, that might work out equal, but I'm gonna go for this. Yeah, so there's this geometry where he takes on a5, and then I go check, and then take, and then he has queen a1, and then after king h2. Yeah, so we're going to do that. So he's going to get, we're going to trade all of this off. So he's going to get this one, I'll get this one. It'll be 4 versus 4, but he'll have an outside pass pawn, but with queens it shouldn't really matter. I'm not 100% sure I want to allow this though. His pawn is more dangerous than mine. Yeah, maybe I could go king h2. I could maybe take here, because then I have this passed pawn. That's actually not too shabby. King h2. I run this guy. I think I'm going to go for that. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. Look what we created here. Three squares from queening. And it's all about quality of the pawns in the end game. And yeah, I think I'm going to push. I could start with a check first, but no, we're just going to push. And it's all about quality. I don't care that he has an extra pawn. He could have pawns all around here. It doesn't matter. So I could go f4 now, or I could go g3. Probably, I don't know. I kind of want to play g3, honestly. But they should both be good. This is a tempo move. I guess technically that should be safe. I think I will play f4. No, but I like what I've zoned in here. that it's all about the quality of pawns. So I didn't see at first the f7. I was going to take this one, but yeah, it's all about the quality of the pawns. Ooh. Because it makes no difference if he had 4 more pawns here, right? It changes nothing. Okay, and yeah, we just come in here because what's he going to do about it? What's he going to do about it? It's just over. Yeah, so we can just queen, or we could actually, this just is going to be mate in 2, and so we like mate in 2. Actually, it's not mate in 2 because he can trade queens here, but it's still the better move. Yeah. Okay. Finally get a win. Ugh. 1 win out of 54. Oh, it still feels good though. Even if I need any win I can get. Okay, let's look at that again. So yeah, this knight g5. Can I look this one up? No, I can't yet. I'll look at it with the Lee Chess database after. Yeah, I think you can't play rook e8 because I think this knight g5. I think this was all pretty normal. Not sure about taking on g5 here. Oh yeah, so I was up a pawn here earlier. That's where I won the pawn. So I was always up a pawn there, and then he got his pawn back, and then I won a pawn here. So this was it's a good thing I didn't panic here because I didn't see rook a5. And then when he played it, it sucked, but I just tried to keep a cool head, and then I just didn't overreact. I just took, and then you don't have to recapture. Then I just take on a6, and we were back up a pawn. Yeah, I didn't see this though when I was calculating here. I didn't see that I had queen 8 and then taking on f7. Had I seen that, I would have played that immediately because, yeah, this is just too strong. Okay, let's look at that with the engine. Looks like I blundered here. Wonder what that was. Wow. I played like very well, except for something here. So I won't even look at the rest. I just want to look at what was it here. I played queen c5. So apparently this is only equal. It wants to get the knight into the game. I didn't even consider knight c5. That would have made a lot of sense. Just moving the knight anywhere. Because we can maybe queen. And then just push the a-pawn. Yeah, it would have required calculating though. It's not the simplest move to see, but I should have still considered it. Okay, I'll play another one. Okay, and again, I need to try to play quicker. Ooh, what the hell is that? D4. Rip open the center. Just keep everything open. Maybe? Is that what we want? Or maybe bishop e3? No, let's keep it open. Keep it open. This almost wins on the spot. If he didn't have knight f6. But even if he plays knight f6, that's still pretty good, right? Okay, let's play it. Yeah, so if he plays f6, well, we just come back. Okay, and I want queen d2 now. So queen d2. If h6, I might go bishop e3, or I might take. He's behind, and so he's so far behind in development. I might just take. Or okay, so that starts to get a little dangerous now. Okay, so if I castle, and he takes on f3, and I recapture. Okay, I don't think I'm missing anything. This should be okay for me. So if knight b d7, okay, I'm surprised that he's still totally fine here. Because this queen e7 was such a weird move. Okay. And this is coming. So I'm really surprised what type of position he was able to get. I'm actually going to go h3 here. I've had enough of this. Yeah. So it's time for him to make a decision. Okay, I could go king b1. Okay, let's just go king b1. And then queen e3. Yeah. Can I take on e5? And then play bishop f4 later? Probably not, but... Oh, there's also check here. We can't actually take it though, because I've got this after. Okay, so knight e5, check, take. And then here, there's probably some way for him to defend. It almost works, so. Okay. So what am I doing after knight c5? Might have to take. Okay, I think I might go to h4. Because I don't think this is the worst diagonal for me. So. Wow, I'm way behind on the clock. He just played such a weird opening, eh? Like queen e7, and he got away with it. The son of a gun. How dare he? How dare he play such a weird opening and get away with it? But he did. Okay, so I don't think this works anymore. Oh, it does. I can take the rook. Unless he goes here first. But I can always take with the knight, actually. And then if takes, I have this check. I think I can take this. And if he takes with the knight right away, I think I can take it. Trust my elementary tactics here. Yeah. And we can even trade the other knight as well. Okay, so do we want to trade? No, first we want to develop with tempo. And that's pinned. I don't have to touch anything here. Okay, so I'm way behind on the clock. I'm up a pawn and a... Wait, I thought I was up a piece. I thought I was up a piece. I'm up a pawn in that trade. Not a piece. Okay, better than nothing. But good to know. Good to know. This kind of more or less forces a trade. It gives me double pawns, but I'm up a pawn, so I'm fine. Plus, my bishop has nowhere else to go. Okay. Okay, I could do a lot of things here. Am I overthinking it? Because I could go queen e3. No, let's go here. He might just go at c5. Oh shit! I didn't realize I was just going to lose it. Well, that was... Oh my god! I've got a move. I'm so lucky. Oh, does it work though? Because he's on my queen, and it might be better to go here. Because takes, then I'm threatening 2p. Okay, we're gonna go here. This might be important because if the difference of these is if I put it on b5, if he takes on d4, I have 2 threats. Whereas had I gone here, I only have 1 threat. And after he takes and then check, he wins a piece. So it might save me. This might save me. I'm not sure if it does. If it does, then I got very lucky because I didn't mean to trap my bishop. Okay, I did get lucky there. Ooh, I got lucky. I'm not ashamed to admit when I got lucky. Yeah, and let's just bring this back. Now my knight is almost a little trapped, but I got lucky there. Fortunately, I was resourceful and found knight b5, but good golly, Miss Molly, I got lucky. Okay, yeah, almost trapped, eh? I only have knight a3. I have a4 too, actually. I do have a4. I think I'm going to go knight a3, though. And I could also just protect it with the queen. I have a bunch of options here. Actually, yeah, I've got a lot of moves, actually. A lot of moves. I'm going to go here. Good thing I did that, because knight a3 would have been so passive. This is what I prefer. So I think he should move the knight. Maybe here, but then he's getting mated. Is that mate? No. Is it though? No. Is it? I'm not sure. But it's not good for him. Okay, 2 minutes on the clock. How come these 2000s give me so much trouble? They shouldn't be this strong, but they are, and I'm weak. Okay, so looking for moves for my opponent. I'm attacking his knight. He's got back rank issues. Okay. Okay, let's take... I was thinking about giving a check first, but let's just take... And then I have check, and... I can also just take a pawn. I kind of like this check, though. And then here... Because that's always going to be awkward for him. How does he undo himself? Yeah, I could have won a pawn, but how does he undo himself here? How does he undo himself? Oh, he can go there. Freak. Oh, no, he can't, though. Oh, he can. Kind of, he can. No, well, yeah, once I go here, then he has rook a8. No, he doesn't, though. So this should win. It should win. Yeah. This would have been a pawn. I would have been up 2 pawns, but I want the bishop. I need more. I want more. Okay, I didn't see that. I can get a pawn this way. Actually, what's going on there? Okay, try this. This doesn't win a pawn for me, but my rook will be really active, and this might give him problems. Actually, I'm gonna flag again. How did that happen, guys? How did that happen every game? I should have brought the king up, I think. This is fine too, but some passive. Yeah, just flag again. Every game. Okay, I'll just flag. Yeah, I'm going to end it there, guys. I just can't handle any more of the flagging every game. Frustrating. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a good night. See you next time.